Assalamualaikum and very good morning to the International Committee, the organizer and all delegates. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zainora binti Hayari and I am a lecturer from Polytechnic UNGKU Commerce Department, Ipoh Perak. Okay, I am especially honored to join this conference to present paper in this international conference on communication, management and humanities. Okay, today my partner, Mak Nazri Makno and I will present a paper titled Personal Financial Management among students at Commerce Department Polytechnic UNGKU. Okay, financial management refers to efficient and effective management of money or funds in such a manner as to accomplish the objectives of the organization. Financial institutions, the student loan committee, financial professionals, and educators have identified personal management education as a priority even among households and university students. The personal financial management among students in Commerce Department Polytechnic UNGKU is a major study of this research. With the expansion of educational service in Malaysia, university and college students become one of the most important market segments for two reasons. First, this group has a high purchasing power, especially with the availability of educational loans. The convenience of educational loans is designed to address the financial constraint among students to enable them to concentrate on their studies. Secondly, this is a segment of the population who has the potential of earning a greater income than any other segment of the population. It is hypothesized that knowing students' financial problems can help educators develop appropriate programs to prepare them to manage their money while in college and provide them with basic financial management skills before entering the labor force. Okay. According to research in Nigeria, several states have recognized the need of financial literacy in the classroom. This research is conducted based on Commerce Department Polytechnic students from all programs. We want to observe the awareness on financial management among students. What are the factors that cause them to be aware of personal financial management? Individuals who have knowledge of financial awareness is really smart in making decisions. Is that considered as lack in knowledge? There must be several factors influence financial decision for students. So we want to know whether the student are lack of knowledge of financial awareness or not. Okay, research objective. The general one is to study the awareness of personal financial management among students in Commerce Department Polytechnic UNGKU. And the specific one is to identify whether the financial knowledge affect awareness on personal financial management in Commerce Department Polytechnic. To identify whether the financial behavior affect the awareness of personal financial management in Commerce Department Polytechnic. To identify whether the parental socialization affect the awareness of personal financial management in Commerce Department Polytechnic UNGKU. Okay, this is the research question, the three question. Okay, this is the research framework. DV is awareness on personal financial management, and IV is financial knowledge, financial behavior, and parental socialization. Okay, literature review from Mason and Wilson. Financial awareness is meaning making process in which individual process the information and making decision with knowledge of the financial consequences of that decision by use a combination of skill, resources, and contextual knowledge. Madavi and Horton, 2012, found other factors that have a relationship with financial awareness and also the background of the parents, as further education is closely related to financial literacy, his daughter. And Masud Jariah, A.R. Husnia, Bilaili, and Sonia Braid 2015. Students need to understand the financial behavior because it will be important consumer after they graduate. Okay, we have used the questionnaires or distributing questionnaires, and it is quantitative. The questionnaire method was used because it is used in accordance with the objective of study, which is awareness of personal financial management. And to obtain this information, survey forms were used and distributed to the respondent, and the questionnaire will be distributed during class session. Then we use the Program of Statistical Package for Science, SPSS version 23. This will be using descriptive analysis such as frequency, percentage, mean, and chart. Besides that, we use Pearson correlation coefficient analysis to measure of the strength of the association between the two variables, which is dependent and independent variable. Okay, and then the research instrument, we distribute 300 questionnaires to the respondent, and the construction of the instrument is taking into consideration few aspects such as does not contain two different elements, easy to understand, not prejudice, respondent is competent in answering and can answer in short period of time. Okay, data analysis and finding. Okay, first one is the financial knowledge. Okay, based on the table 4.5 on the left shows the frequency, percentage, and mean of financial knowledge. Okay, the item to use is I compare prices when shopping for purchase show the highest mean score, which is 3.33. This can be explained that the student in commerce department always make the comparison before they purchase goods. Okay, other than that, the lowest mean among this question is 2.95. Okay, and then number two, financial behavior. Based on the table on the left, the highest mean was 3.2, which is an item to use is I should have an emergency fund that covers 2 to 6 months of my expenses. This means that student in commerce department always have planned for an emergency fund to cover the expenses. The lowest mean was 3.10. In an item 3 use is I regularly set aside money each month for saving. Okay, and then the number 3, parental socialization. Based on the table, the lowest means was 3.02, which is the item is I always talk about money management with my parent. This means that student commerce department was not always talk about their money management with their parent. Okay, beside that, the highest mean is an item 1 used is my parents are good example for me that shows the student was agree with this statement. In conclusion, the overall mean score parental socialization is the highest, which is 3.35. And then the overall mean, the table on the left shows the overall mean for our independent variable, which is financial knowledge, financial behavior, and parental socialization. From the analysis, it's shown that the parental socialization is the highest mean among the other independent variable, which is 3.19. Next, financial behavior is a moderate mean, and the financial knowledge is the lowest mean, 3.15. To conclude, parental socialization is the main factor that affect the awareness of students in managing their personal finance in Commerce Department, Polytechnic OMAR. From the previous study that has been done by Soyeon Shim to 2010, parent is the role model for their children to learn in managing their personal finance. So parents must show the good example towards the children in managing their expenses and saving. Okay, Pearson correlation coefficient. The significant result is the RBs on the table correlation on the left. This method was used to correlate between the dependent variable, which is awareness of personal financial management, and the independent variable, which is financial knowledge, financial behavior, and parental socialization. Okay, this table provides the result from the correlation analysis. The computation of the Pearson correlation coefficient was performed to obtain an understanding of the relationship between the dependent variable and the independent variables. Okay, the positive relationship between the awareness of personal financial management with the financial knowledge R equal to 0.396, financial behavior R equal to 0.440, and parental socialization R equal to 0.345. The result shows significant correlation between them, with significant two tail is 0 below 0.05 and n equal to 300. Okay, discussion 1. To identify the financial knowledge towards the awareness of personal financial management. The highest number of respondents agree that financial knowledge affect the awareness of personal financial management. It can be shown by the highest number of students that agreed is from third semester student, where the second highest is from second semester. Discussion 2. To determine the financial behavior towards awareness of personal financial management, respondents find that one of the factors of having a good financial management is by having a good financial behavior. This also shows that this factor has the second highest overall mean, which is 3.17 among the three factors, and it proves that financial behavior is also an important factor that affects the awareness of personal financial management. Discussion 3. To identify parental socialization towards the awareness of personal financial management. This shows that students are influenced by their parents' financial decision making. It also tells that parental socialization is one of the strongest factors that affect the awareness of students' personal financial management. Respondent here means that the students are influenced by their parents' spending culture and was trained by not having a proper financial conduct. Okay, the implication. Okay, first one is freshman orientation on college campus might include financial management education session for incoming students, and this process occurs at early stage in campus. The fact that every institute had taken such a course in college appears to little to elevate the responsibility placed on the financial management. Therefore, either the education or the studies of financial management should provide enough information to students need to be reconsidered. Secondly, is the community example like family institution. Parents are one of the most important sources for students to spend their daily expenses. Parents should educate their children about how to spend the money wisely. Parents play an important role in the financial socialization of their children, and that this process occurs at a very early age. Parents and college students should attend programs like financial management talk to gain more knowledge. Parents should bring their children, especially at the age of adolescence, to go for counseling session so that their children financial management is more orderly. As we know, the education starts from the house itself. Okay, recommendation. Our recommendation, students should take control and be responsible. Students cannot simply begin their adulthood with bad money habit, and college is an excellent place for students to decide to take charge of their personal economic condition and be responsible with money. Students have to create their own budget from example sources like parent, student loan, and any income from own employment, and have to estimate their expenses by writing number into a spreadsheet and try to make it everything balanced. Two, students have to look for used things rather than purchasing new item. For example, like books, and this student able to order e-books for an e-reader or laptop and pocket the differences between the visual and actual text. In the same way, recycling helps students to save more money. Students also should well know to protect themselves, but don't leave cash lying around and be skeptical of classmates, friends, or others want to borrow money or have great ideas about how to spend the money. On the same time, be careful about identity theft, especially when shop or bank online. Last suggestion for students is look for ways to spend less. Take advantage for any student discount from local business. Student can check online for student discount for travel, food, clothing, and entertainment to save their expenses. And the third one, lecturers should integrate financial management studies in the teaching methods more to enhance students' academic performance. As we can see, students nowadays spending more money than anything else. Higher educational institutions should initiate or continue the financial management studies towards students to make their intention to spend the money in the right way. Institutions should also improve in financial studies and keep organized more programs and bringing experts to give talks about financial management. So the student will learn how to manage the life with financial in college. Or students should learn financial management as a place where they can share the knowledge on other than spending their money without wisely. Students should study how to manage the money wisely because it could give negative impacts and undesirable incidents such as lost money and lack of money in this situation. Last but not least, parents actually plays an important role by showing positive financial making so that it could be a route for the children to educate themselves about financial stability. Okay, like example, parents can show and explain to their children about what item and amount to allocate every month, at least such as example 20% of the income toward financial priorities like saving, like paying off debts and everything. This sort of sharing will show them to the good attitude and will bring positive impact to children. And the conclusion is, based on the overall study, we can identify the main factors that influence students' awareness of financial management. From our independent variables, which is financial knowledge, financial behavior, and parental socialization, they shown the significant result with the dependent variable, which is awareness of personal financial management among Commerce Department students, Polytechnic ICCOMAH. From our research, the parental socialization is a main factor that influences the awareness of personal financial management among the students. To conclude, parents is a main factor that can affect with the children awareness with the personal financial management. The other factors such as financial knowledge and financial behavior also affect with that. Okay, so that's all for today, and uh, thank you for your attention, and thank you for the opportunity to share this medium to us. As a novice among all the experts, I have much to learn and look forward for the session ahead. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.